All right, so as I continue to make improvements and upgrades on this XJ that I've been building with the kids, I'm gonna show you what we got next. All right, before I show you what I've actually got, if you look at it, this is Dragonfire. If you recall or watched any of the videos, got an ignition coil put on my XJ Dragonfire Performance. Super impressed with that ignition coil. And I was checking, and I've got a little bit of play in my distributor, so the bushing's probably worn. Now I'll get into showing you how to do that, but this part I've got right here was custom made for me from Dragonfire for my application. Now this unit that I'm going to show you is not readily available as of yet. I'm going to send them the reviews on this thing. Should be published, and they're going to start production here in the next couple weeks from the date of this video. But basically, sent them the OEM numbers and replacement parts for what I needed on my XJ. They matched it up, upgraded it to get the performance aspect of it, and this should be direct replacement. If you want one of these, I think they're going to retail for $129. Which is a pretty good price for a performance distributor based off the price of just a normal replacement distributor. But I will put their email in the link in the descriptions below because if you want one of these for your application, you'll have to email them directly as they're not currently available on their website and they're not mass produced as of yet, but that is going to change. So let me get this unwrapped and show you what we got. All right. Packaged very nice, individually wrapped with the silica gel package for any moisture, wrapped in bubble wrap, and then it's in a sealed bag. So I got the whole distributor and cap. Okay, so it comes with your cap, your distributor, got the new gasket, comes with the sensor already built in. Super excited to get this squared away. It's machined really well. I'm going to go out here and couple different ways that you can do this installs. I'm sure you know. I'll show you the way that I'm going to do it and the way I've done it in the past. But I wanted to show you this product first. Let me open the bag so you get a better picture of it. Again, this should be perfect OEM match. Teeth, grooves, everything should be good. Seal, new cap, sensor. I know for a fact those are the right connectors I need. So super excited. Appears to be really good quality based off of the coil that I used. I have no doubts this is going to be just as good. So we'll get it in, and I'll show you that process of how I plan to do it on this go around. All right, so normally when you put in a distributor on this one, you would want to put it top dead center on the first cylinder, and then your distributor has a pin in it, and you would set it in. Just got to crank the motor and all that good stuff. I've done that several times before, but what I'm going to do today is do it another option that's also worked, where I'm going to mark the location of the distributor and then reinstall the new distributor and line the pins up. Kind of thing, it's a lot quicker to do it this way. It's a lot simpler, and worst case scenario, if the timing is off for whatever reason, all I've got to do is pull it out and then redo the original process of starting with the first cylinder on top dead center. But pretty simple to do. You just got to have a good definitive area to where you can make a clean mark. So I'll show you what we're going to do in that process. All right, so again, there's my, that red is my Dragonfire coil that I put in. So it's kind of hard to see on here, but here's the distributor right here. First thing I'm gonna do is pull off the coil plug wire off the cap, and then the coil plug wire off of the coil, just to get that out of the way. For now, I'm gonna leave I may leave the plug wires on, I may pull them off. I know where they go. It'd probably be easier to pull them off just because of the location of all these hoses. And then what I'm gonna do is take the caps, the two screws off the end of the distributor cap, and pull the cap off. So I'll do that and then pick it back up from there. All right, so got the plug wires off. You'll notice a couple of the studs came out. I'll show you. That's probably part of the issue. But what you're going to do next is, I don't know if you can see it, right down here. Well, my hand's in the way. The bottom of the distributor, that's what holds your distributor in. It's a 13 millimeter boat. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get to. And it's pretty long for what its applications are, but that's what you have to take out. But the next step is going to be to remove these 2 screws. I'm going to take this cap off. That way I can try to find a way to get orientation for how I need to put this new distributor back in. It worked on my TJ that I had. Essentially, you know, it's the same motor. So I think really the only difference is water pump placement or something. But it should work just the same. But we're going to give that go first time, because it's a lot quicker than having to pull the belt off, hand crank the motor, you know, all that good stuff to get top dead center. All right, so what I did is, you can see the rotor. I turned the key just a little bit to get this to turn to where it's locked in really good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark from here, from the top of the unit against the block or something permanent, so I know exactly where it goes, so I can pull this distributor out. Don't forget to unhook your connector for the cam sensor, which on mine is just right here. So once we do that, we need to mark the orientation of this, pull that 13 millimeter bolt out, and then we should slide out. All right, new distributor is in. Lined up with my mark. So unless something has gone drastically wrong, we should be good. Should be just a matter of putting the 13 millimeter bolt back in, resetting the cap, and putting on the coil wires and plug wires. So we'll do that and see how she goes, and I'll show you that before we fire it up. No check engine lights. Think we did it, boys and girls. All right, boys and girls, like I said, it is done. I will rewire or redo some of these wires to where they're not such a jumbled mess. I want to make sure it works. Definitely check out Dragonfire Performance. I'll put their link on there, but again, if you want this specific distributor, you'll have to email them, which I'll put the email on there. Super responsive, super great people. Had no issues with them. They've always taken care of me. So now I'm running distributor, cap, rotor, plug, coil, all that's Dragonfire. Zero issues with it. Super pleased. Seems like it's running a little bit smoother, although some of it could be placebo, but so far I'm impressed. I'm glad timing seems to be fine, no issues. Again, there's several different ways that you can do it, but I chose to take the easy route again, and it seemed to work. One thing that I failed to point out, this is the old distributor, okay, but let's pretend it's the new one. When you get the new distributor, you're gonna have this little pin stuck in the bottom right here, okay? What it actually is for is, well, if I can get this cover off. All right, so you can see it's a little worn. It was time for a new one. All right, but anyways, what this actual pin does is when you get your distributor, it's going to be inserted through the bottom, and there's different holes on here, okay? Whichever one, there's one that's for the 2.5 and one for the 4.0. I honestly don't remember which one's which, but whatever application you tell them it's for, it will already come preset with a pin in there. Now, if you're going to do the top dead center method, where you put your first cylinder top dead center, then that pin's already oriented for the distributor. If you're going to do it the way I did it, which honestly I think is simpler and it works, you will have to pull that pin out so that you can manually orientate this when you put it in. So all is good so far. Definitely like and subscribe, and check out some more videos, and definitely check out Dragonfire Performance. You won't be disappointed.